So habitat like this is really important in the city as an educational piece, so that people can start understanding what habitat looks like. It's undisturbed, it's nooks and crannies, and it's around forage that is ample for all kinds of bees. So not just for the honeybees that are often the bees people think about, but for the bumblebees and the mason bees and the mining bees and all the other kinds of bees that we have in our province. Habitat like this, undisturbed, provides space for those bees to exist. And I think in the city especially, we have a really exciting opportunity to be providing undisturbed habitat, to be providing ample forage all year round for a diversity of bees that then can support diversity in our ecosystems, which is really important for resilience in our ecosystems, for like long-term health. Bee populations are having a hard time with sort of in my opinion, with the industrialization of agriculture. So the heavy chemical reliance, the monocrop systems, those are really hard on bees because they mean that in the wild where bees would usually be living, in undisturbed sort of edges or in fields where there's wildflowers, instead those fields are tilled, instead those fields are sprayed, and that really confuses and makes it hard for the bumblebees to have habitat and to forage for their young. About a third of our food comes from pollination. So if you take away a third of your grocery list, take away a third of the food in your fridge or off of your plate, no more blueberries, no more cranberries, you're mostly eating like wind pollinated grains now and potatoes. So there's that reason, which is that life without bees would be pretty bland. Our gardens wouldn't be as vibrant either. But also it's like there's a beauty to the bees, to all of the bees, the native bees, their life cycles, the way they interact with their ecosystems, and I think that there's a magic, and if you can start seeing that and start opening your eyes to them, then you start caring. I mean, looking around, there's always something in bloom up here. They've done a really nice job at this Fairmont waterfront. There's clover kicking around when the ground isn't full of vegetables. So there's all kinds of things they can eat up here, and they've made efforts to leave areas undisturbed. So while it's not the sort of idyllic country scene that we're used to thinking of as a place for bees, there's so much opportunity in this city. So actually, yes, this becomes this great place for bees to live and forage.